Girl, these lawmakers are really trying to grill Mr. Barr, and it is a sight to behold. I'm the librarian, and I came to read. Wake up! Wake up out of your sleep. It's time to get into what's going on. Now, I just picked a few topics that I really wanted to touch on. There's been so much going on. As you guys know, I've kind of been recovering from the LA trip, so I'm trying to get my spirit together. But I picked some topics I want to discuss, and we're gonna get into it real quick for your cute ass Wednesday pick me up. Now, speaking of things that need to be picked up, actually, you know, just the opposite. What needs to be dropped is this idea that Drake needs to be on this Megan Thee Stallion remix with Big Ol' Freak. Girl, y'all could be mad at me if y'all want to. I said what I said, like Nene, and I'm not changing it. Now, we all know that whenever Drake touches something, it's going to obviously speed up to the Billboard charts. Yeah, we know what the T is, but if we're speaking about meshing well together, if we're speaking about the sex and power that comes from Megan Thee Stallion's rapping, how, you know, we're talking about collaborations. The only people who should be considered, let's talk about it, Cash Doll, DaBaby, Trina, who else? I mean, y'all could even put Nicki and Cardi on there for crying out loud, but goddamn, right? Girl, do what y'all got to do. Y'all gonna make money anyway. Y'all are rich as hell. Doesn't really matter what I say, but all I'm saying is that if I saw a Big Ol' Freak featuring DaBaby, that shit would be sexy. I mean, even the way that DaBaby speak, even the way that his ass speaks in interviews, he's kind of flirty. He's hot. Okay, that's all. I'm not gonna go too far into it, but all I'm saying is I would like to see that. And also, I think Big Ol' Freak with Trina or some shit would be everything. But girl, y'all do love that Canadian, Jamaican, Atlantic, Londoner. I mean, y'all love his ass. So I guess we're just gonna have to let the music play and keep it on moving. But I'm gonna tell you something that I do not want to be played is this Sonic. No, actually, girl, it looks pretty interesting, but girl, something that I think should be paused and not played. Y'all need to go back and revamp this shit a little bit. This Sonic the Hedgehog ass movie that y'all have coming out says. Them girls said that Sonic the Hedgehog I said, not them girls, I said that Sonic the Hedgehog looks like Rufus. Rufus from Kim Possible, girl. He's giving Ratatouille type of tease, girl. He's giving me old ass possum. Old McDonald had a possum built ass. He giving me raccoon, Guardians of the Galaxy built ass raccoon type of tease in the CGI, girl. What's going on? They said that Sonic the Hedgehog is running around here looking like a cat's fur ball. It was just not realistic. Now, I will say that the effects in the trailer that was released for this damn movie, the effects was cool. I saw cars flipping over and shit and exploding and shit. I was like, all right, girl. But I wanted to talk real quickly about it because, girl, they said here he is looking like somebody's super-powered rodent. The girls are not feeling this look. Now, I would like to know what you guys think they can do. What would you need them to do? How would you need them to change Sonic for you guys to be behind it? Because a lot of the girls saying that they do not like how this shit looks. Now, they released the concept, which is why I don't understand when companies do this shit. They told your ass that they didn't like it, and y'all was just like, well, girl, I guess we'll just keep going on and keep making the movie. It's like, girl, if y'all don't go back to the drawing board with this shit. So anyway, I would like to see what y'all think about that. I'm definitely not gonna talk about their cloud-colored asses for too long. But you know these big YouTubers love to be acting up. I saw a video of James Charles' ass. I thought he was charging y'all almost like Beyonce tickets. Beyonce priced ass tickets to go see his ass sing this song. I don't know what video it was of him singing, but it was something that I really could have lived my whole life without ever laying eyes upon or even allowing my ears to witness and experience such hardship. It was just completely disrespectful to all of my senses. Also, Trisha's ass, Trisha Paytas, I don't know how you pronounce her damn name. She was installing cornrows like she thought she was somebody's. All my life I had to fight. It was just unrealistic, and it was Sis was just like, girl, oh my God, are black people the only ones allowed to purchase this shit? I was like, all right, girl. So, you know, that's what's usually going on in the land of big white YouTubers, not really gonna pay too much attention to it. The only whiteness I'm gonna pay attention to is this goddamn government. Girl, let me tell you, they have Attorney General what's his name, William Barr, in there getting his ass roasted, and every other answer is I do not recall, I don't remember, girl. It seems like the motherfuckers who are in charge of this bitch don't remember a lot of shit, so why are they continuing to have so much power over our goddamn lives? Get their asses out of here. Attorney General Barr, if y'all remember, I covered it last time, he released this summary of the Mueller Report, and it was highly inaccurate. It was just like, girl, skipping over a bunch of shit, trying to paraphrase a bunch of shit in ways that it's not realistic, doesn't make any sense. It did not correlate with what was actually in the Mueller report. So Mueller saw his summary of the report that Barr had released and ended up sending him 2 letters. I think one on March 25th and one on March 27th. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Mueller sent him 2 letters like, girl, you need to release all the information to the public. Release, like, I don't know, you misrepresented what, with your summary, you misrepresented what was in the goddamn report. He said that he wanted to make sure that there was a lot of there was transparency for the public and not causing confusion. He's like, girl, this summary that your ass released, it don't make no sense, okay? And 2 letters, and so now they're in, I think he's in front of the Senate right now getting his ass, like I said, toasted, roasted, and grilled for how he handled the whole Mueller report. And they're really tearing his ass a new one. I don't know. I think we need to get this man under oath. Does that mean he needs to come and testify under oath in front of Congress and tell us what it is? It doesn't matter. Get his ass out of there. A lot of senators, including Senator Warren, all these people have been talking about, well, girl, if he can't do his damn job right, if he's going to be acting like he's the president's lawyer instead of the attorney goddamn general, we need to get his ass out of here, impeach his ass. There are a lot of people, there are lawmakers who are also saying like, girl, if I saw what was inside of this shit as attorney general, if I was attorney general, I would have sought to indict the president off of obstruction. So it's a lot of shit going on. It was just really interesting to see his ass up there. Well, I don't know, I don't remember, I don't recall, you know, sounded like Jeff Sessions' old Keebler elf-shaped head ass. Now, and since we're on the topic of government, I would like to say that I'm happy that Maxine Waters, Ocasio-Cortez, and a bunch of other Dems were tackling the issue of public housing. They were talking about, you know, they don't understand how we can have all this budget for the military, for fossil fuel subsidies, and yet we quote unquote don't have enough funding to make sure that public housing is kept up to date and not a hazard for the people who live in them. Why is there not enough funding to make sure that there's enough units for the people in the states, in each state? It was a lot. So I'm glad that they thought that that was an important enough issue to tackle, because a lot of times issues like that do not get a whole lot of airtime. So I'm sure if you've been paying attention to the headlines, you will have seen the story about Caster Semenya. Hopefully I'm pronouncing her name correctly. There was a whole story about her and her being quote unquote qualified or not qualified to take part in these competitions because of her testosterone levels or whatever. So their decision that the International Association of Athletics Federation says, they said she must take medicine to reduce the amount of testosterone in her body. Now, I did some research, and this is from these mainstream ass platforms, but from USA Today, BBC, and NPR, they said that she has intersex traits. Please correct me if I'm wrong, because I do not know a whole lot about this. I also saw something called hyperandrogenism and also polycystic ovary syndrome. And that is more common among women of reproductive age, and women with PCOS may have infrequent or prolonged menstrual periods or whatever. So all of those things came up when I was researching this particular topic. And I just wish that people would do their research on intersex people and people who have PCOS before they start making really transphobic ass comments, especially with the way that y'all went up for Michael Phelps and how y'all looked at his body and were just like, oh my God, his body's built for swimming. It's made for swimming because of some acid he creates 50% of or whatever. His arms are long. Like, y'all did a whole genetic research on this motherfucker talking about, oh, well, Michael Phelps, he's built for this. It's interesting who the hammer comes down on when you're talking about leveling the playing field. And if y'all use that same logic and y'all did all this research on Michael Phelps' body and this woman's body is built for running, well, like, why the hell is this such a huge problem? But like I said, I wish that, because the comments underneath some of these posts about Caster are so disgusting. So like I said, I wish that people would just do their research and think critically about who really faces, when you really look at it, who are the people who really face these types of decisions from the higher ups. I mean, from policing people's body. I mean, they even try shit like this with Serena Williams. So we all know who's at the highest risk for not having any agency whenever they play in sports. I hope that you guys are keeping an eye on the election cycle as well. The girls are continuing to pander. I saw somewhere that Pete Buttigieg's ass was somewhere eating mac and cheese, fried chicken, collard greens. Like I said, it seems like we're going to have to look at the candidates, and we've always had to do this, but in this case, I guess, I don't know, so much more dire. Like the stakes seem so much higher, I guess because I'm old enough to understand what the fuck's actually going on. But we're gonna have to look at these damn candidates and be like, all right, which one is gonna fuck us over the least? Like, cause girl, they're about to launch Joe Biden's ass up. I know they're about to do it. They're about to launch Joe Biden's ass up as a goddamn primary candidate. I know it. I know it. Girl, may the odds ever be in our goddamn favor. They never were, but shit, we could at least try something. Damn. And lastly, I want to give a cute little update on The Lion King. So they had said, I know that you guys heard this already before, they said that they're sticking to the main plot points, but they're saying it's going to be a little bit longer. There's going to be differences in the story, but not too much. The people who are running the damn show, they're saying that they want to take advantage of the uniqueness of their actors. Honestly, I'm saying all this, but the bottom line remains is that I just want to hear Beyonce sing on the trailer. That's a real Lion King update. Beyonce is coming, she's going to sing my ears off, and I'm literally going to be in heaven. I'm going to be floating around on all of the wigs that she stole from your faves and gathered them up into one corner. Absolutely. I'm gonna be floating like this in the movie theater, and you better tell your kids to hush now, girl, because I'm going to hear the queen sing, sis, okay? On that note, while the talking Cheeto is over here trying to sue Big Banks in order to prevent them from releasing these documents that have been subpoenaed by the House Democrats, he needs to go ahead and just pack up the rest of his dusty ass toupees and exit stage left, along with Attorney General Barr and Sarah Huckleberry Chin ass Sanders. You might as well take Mike Pence with you. And that's the only way that I would ever have a good goddamn evening.